From what Adivasis want in Bastar to why people are drawn to the Sanathan Sanstha, this is Reporters Project, where we record your stories. On Monday, that's November 12th, the southern parts of Chhattisgarh will be polling in the first phase of the state assembly elections. This includes Naxal-affected areas of Dantewada, Sukma, Bijapur, Jagdalpur, to name just a few. In all, there are 18 assembly seats that are up for grabs here. The development of these places and the pushback to the CPI Maoist cadres is one of the big claims of the outgoing Raman Singh government. Now, we are used to hearing what the government has done, what the activists allege, what the Naxals do. But in all this din, there's one voice that gets drowned out, and that's the voice of the local people, the Adivasis. Arunima travels deep into these villages to hear their stories.
National Highway 30, which takes you to Bastar from the capital of Raipur, is on every election poster of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The fact that Naxals have been pushed back here is being touted as one of the most significant achievements of the incumbent government. But the highway only tells you part of the story. The Martunda-Bijapur road saw the martyrdom of 4 CRPF Jawans on 27th of October this year. The under-construction Arhanpur-Nilabhya road saw the deadly killing of a Doordarshan cameraman and 3 policemen. To quote the Chief Minister, every kilometre constructed here has cost at least 1 life. Even after construction, the vigil to keep it secure is constant, like this bridge on Indravati. Till last year, the government's presence ended at the Indravati river in Bastar. But in January earlier this year, 2 companies of the CRPF waged a war to enter Abujmar and snatch back 5 kilometers of what Naxals call the liberated zone.
Abujmar, Abuj matlab jo samajh na hai, which you cannot understand, and Mar as in these dense forests. On the banks of Indravati, this is the last point till which Government of India's writ, Government of India's laws and the Constitution of India prevails. Beyond that is the unknown. Beyond that, we do not know what exists. That's the area where CPI Maoists and the Naxalis decide.
It's a risk to enter these parts. Naxal bullets can snuff life out, but so can a mosquito. Malaria is the bigger killer in these parts. But the fear is more of Andar Wale Log, the dreaded CPI Maoist, which kills anyone on the suspicion of being a police informer or a government agent. The Adivasis here have lived under the shadow of the gun for generations.
पुलिस को मत बताओ, हम लोग ऐसी चर्चा करके छोड़ देंगे, थोड़ा काम है ऐसा बोल के ले गए। बाद में 3 दिन के बाद कौन सा काम कर रहा है तो आप लोग जानते हैं बोल के बता रहे थे। नहीं बोल, ये पुलिस का मुखबिर कर रहा है और गांव को भी दबा के रखता है, इसी का बात चल रहा है इसका गांव में भी, ऐसा बोल के फिर मारे।
The villages of Airpun, Pushpal, Malwahi fall in the Lohandigura assembly segment. Each village in this part of Abujmar has only 10 to 15 families and about 4 to 5 eligible voters. The school at the Airpun Chowk stands proud. It has been freshly painted to serve as a polling booth. Its walls stand in sharp contrast to the ones where Naxals have issued threats to those planning to vote in the elections later this month. In these parts, the fear is palpable, but jostlings for space with fear are aspirations of people.
बना हुआ इसमें लेकिन टीचर नहीं है, टीचर लोग नहीं आते हैं इधर।
तो जब कोई महिला गर्भवती होती है, वो यहाँ
लाते हैं, उधर से वो के लाते हैं, फिर यहाँ से गाड़ी करके दंतेवाड़ा गिदम ले जाते हैं।
कैंप एस्टेब्लिशमेंट होने के बाद we are trying to win the heart, soul and mind of people.
CRPF presence in these parts give people confidence, but doubts remain that villages may tip off Naxals about troop movements, or that Naxals may attack villagers for cooperating with the forces. A similar tip-off from villagers possibly led to 4 CRPF men dying in Martunda, Bijapur. Pradeep Muriam and Anita Talam, who are trying to rebuild life at Yuva, a BPO in Dantewada, are from Matonda. They know what the atmosphere of distrust feels like. Here, they are not bound by the diktats, the daily do's and don'ts imposed by the CPI Maoist cadres. Pradeep, who has studied till class 12 at his village school, used to work as a daily wage labourer till he heard about the job here. Anita has run away without telling her family. If it was known that she was working in a government-aided project, her family would be targeted by Naxalites.
हमारा पढ़ाई बहुत वीक था और ठीक से पढ़ाई भी स्कूल भी चाहिए ढंग से नहीं, वहाँ टीचर भी ठीक से पढ़ाई नहीं कर रहे थे हम लोग को। ऐसे हमारा खेती किसानी है, देखो माँ बाप लोग भी पढ़ने के लिए मना करते थे।
डर भी लगता है मेरे, मतलब मैं ना पुलिस वाला में भी बहुत बार डाल चुकी हूँ। मेरे घर में बोलते हैं कि नक्सली लोग आएंगे, मत डाल मत डाल, पर मेरे परिवार वालों से नहीं पता था कि मैं डालती हूँ कर, मेरे को कुछ करना है करके मैं ना डालती थी चुप चुप के।
Started by the district administration of Dantewada, Yuva has been operational since January 2018. 3 tech companies have outsourced 1,500 jobs to tribals from Kanker, Sukma, Bijapur and other parts of Bastar. The starting salary is 8,000 rupees per month. There's free hostel accommodation on campus and bus facilities for those who live nearby. Most of the workers here have gone to Hindi medium schools that have bare minimum teaching infrastructure. Today, these young men and women are calling customers across India in English, offering them credit cards, loans and other banking products.
I would not call as a charity. Of course, it's profitable for me because, comparatively, the main when it's coming up to profit or loss, it's coming like, when comparing to the metropolitan cities. So here, manpower I'm getting for a lesser price.
Next door at the Astha residential school, children who have lost one or both parents to Naxal violence are starting out again. Indu Manikpuri was 2-year-old when her father, a government contractor, was shot dead by Naxals. Her pregnant mother found it difficult to make ends meet. Today, Indu and her brother are both here.
मुझे बड़े होने के बाद कलेक्टर बनना है और एक्चुअली ये मेरी फैमिली की विश है, तो मैं जब कलेक्टर बनूंगी तो ये फैसिलिटीज़ उनको एटलीस्ट प्रोवाइड करवा सकती हूँ ताकि वो लोग भी आगे आएँ और अपना जो एम है वो पूरा करें.
But this government's rehabilitation extracts its own toll. The oral tradition, local culture and the Adivasi way of life is replaced by a bland education that's aimed at mainstreaming these children. The CPI Maoist alleges that this is a deliberate strategy to destroy the tribal roots.
आप बताइए अपना नाम, अपने बारे में एक लाइन गोंडी में बोल के बताइए.
ना पिद्दी रूशा करती.
अच्छा, आपके यहाँ सबसे बड़े त्यौहार कौन से होते हैं आपके यहाँ?
हमारे यहाँ दिवाली. हमारे यहाँ तो
वो कुछ होता है ना, जब धान काटते हैं या बीज बोते हैं तो कुछ त्यौहार होता है ना?
निश्चित रूप से इस प्रकार से बातें बार बार उठती हैं कि जो ट्राइबल बच्चे हैं उनको हम आवासीय व्यवस्था में लाकर उन्हें उनकी जो संस्कृति है उससे दूर कर रहे हैं, परंतु हमारा प्रयास होता है कि नहीं, हम विद्यालय में भी ऐसे छोटे छोटे आयोजन करते हैं जो सीधे सीधे उनकी संस्कृति से जुड़ी हुई हैं.
Cultural imperialism isn't the only charge against the Raman Singh government. At Lohandigoda near Jagdalpur, village after village is called Tata Prabhavit or affected by Tata. Locals allege that the government forcibly took away over 2,000 hectares from close to 1,500 farmers for the Tata steel plant. Though violent protests led to the Tatas withdrawing from the project in 2016, the acquired land is in limbo.
रायपुर में बैठकर उन्होंने सीधा फैसला कर दिया कि टाटा स्टील प्लांट प्राइवेट घराने को हमको देना है. लोहंडीगुड़ा में, चित्रकूट विधानसभा में ये 10 गांव को बिना किसानों की सहमति के बंदूक की नोक पर उन्होंने ग्राम सभा कर जबरदस्ती उन्होंने जमीन हथियाने का काम किया है.
किसी को मंद पिला के, दारू पिला के ले जाके हम लोग को पूरा बेदखल कर दिया है. जमीन को पूरा भी अपने किसान को कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, ना लोन नहीं मिल रहा है, ना दान नहीं मिल रहा है बोने के लिए, खाद नहीं मिल रहा है. किसान बहुत परेशान है.
जो पार्टी हमारे लिए जमीन वापस करेगी हम उसी को वोट करेंगे.
Okay, so as the government is talking about development, talking about bringing in corporates, these are people from the Adivasi Samaj for whom land acquisition has become a huge issue, and it has become a huge issue for more than a decade now, and the struggle continues on the eve of this election too.
This is true 80 kilometers away in Nagarnar as well, where the government is accused of taking away land for the new NMDC plant. The jobs in the plant are going only to young men. Families with young women are losing out. Yogita and her 3 sisters gave their ancestral land to the NMDC Nalnar plant. A qualified teacher, she has sat on a relay hunger strike for 40 days, hoping to get a job in return.
सरकार तो पूरा बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ बहुत कर रहे हैं, पर हमारे लिए जो एनएमडीसी में हमारा ज़मीन लिया गया और इसमें हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा भेदभाव हुआ।
Bachendranath, with his 4 daughters, also has a similar story.
2010 में स्टील प्लांट नगरनार के लिए इन लोगों की ज़मीन का अधिग्रहण हुआ, जिसमें हमारी बेटियों की भी ज़मीन वहाँ पे गई। उस वक्त बेटों और बेटियां दोनों का अधिग्रहण हुआ, लेकिन बेटों को पैतृक संपत्ति पे स्वामी मान करके उसको नौकरी दे दिया गया और बेटियों को ये कहा गया कि आपका राइट्स उस पर पहले से नहीं बनता है।
From Kanke to Sukma, from Narayanpur to Bijapur, the Naxal narrative is that roads are symbols of oppression and not development, and that roads are being built to exploit Adivasi-owned resources and to dominate them.
Politicians in Chhattisgarh traditionally believed that the Adivasis were happy with their free rice, kadaknath and alcohol. But this time it looks like that the Adivasis of Bastar want more. They want schools, they want Gurujis in schools, they want doctors to save them of malaria, and the youth amongst them is also aspiring for mobile towers so that they can be introduced to the world of internet. But amongst all this, one thing that for sure all of them want is the right to life and the right to life of dignity.
Development as we see it often steamrolls uniqueness and nuances, and the Adivasis, it's clear, are not happy with that compromise. Caught as they are in the crossfire between the Maoists and the Indian state, they want to be free of all kinds of oppression. How confident they feel about the Indian state fulfilling their aspirations will be seen in these elections.